Alright, so in this video we're going to be talking about problem 844 from the textbook. This is the problem with all the givens, as well as the two questions we're trying to solve. So these are the givens written into the Excel. I went ahead and did that. Those are cost basis, revenue for year 0, expenses for year 0, and the market value at the end of the 6-year analysis. We're also given a general price rate, which is the interest is the inflation. This is the tax rate is 39%. We're given the market tax, the MAR rate of 10% per year, and then we also were told that the revenue increases that much per year, and the expenses increase this much per year. So to do this, we're going to need to set up our revenues and expenses. This is the table we can start with. So for revenues, year 0, we're given this value. For expenses, we're given this value. So for year 1, it's going to be equal to this amount times 1 plus this rate, so that we can get this value for year 1 plus the 2.5% increase. I'm going to go ahead and set the revenue increase rate to a set value that we can use once we go through the rest of the formulas for all of them. So this is the amount we're given. If we continue that all the way down, there's the increase in revenues. So we're going to do the same thing for here, except the increase in expenses equal to the original year 0 expense times the parentheses, can't forget the 1 plus this value, so that it's multiplying not just by the change, it's also finding the additional value. So that's what we're given for the expenses. So you just drag that down for all the years. Alright. And then for our before tax cash flow, all that equals to is the expenses, or revenues minus expenses. So we can get that for all these values. The second year 6 is here just to represent the market value that is given. So this is going to be equal to this. Okay, so for depreciation, I made this table here to solve it. You got to use the rates that were given in the figure 7.3, since it's a 5-year MACRS property class. These are the rates that are given for that. So how you solve that is you use your book value and multiply it for year 0, multiply it times the rate to get you the year 1 amount. And then you just, for this value for the year 1, you're going to take the book value and subtract it by the following year. So this minus this, and then so on. This minus that. This value minus this value, and it just goes on. So we can take these values and replace it. And as you see, there's no depreciation for year 6 because that's the end of the term. And there's going to be no depreciation for year 0. To find the taxable amount, simply going to subtract the before tax cash value by the depreciation. For each year. We can drop that down. Okay. And then for the tax value, we're going to take this value and multiply it by the tax rate that we're given on the problem. So let me format this into dollar amount. Alright. The actual or after tax cash flow values are equal to the before tax cash flow plus the taxes. So we weren't given any taxes here, but it's going to be the same as the before tax. So if you drop this down, you're going to see that these values plus these values are being added here. So we format this in dollar amounts. Alright, and then in this one, it's going to be the same. But we're going to account for this value here changing. Oh, but we actually need to find the taxes for the market value at the end of the 6 years. So this is going to be equal to this. So that's going to be that value. So we're going to do here, we've got to add there's a mistake. I'm going to delete these. So this value here is not correct. What we actually need for year 6 is this, plus this amount. Just to get the total with including the market value at the end. So that's going to be our after-tax cash flow amounts in real dollars.